to go. Thumbs up from the table. Referee has the ball. It's Defoe to jump it up, and we are off and underway in the 2011 BBL playoffs. Quarterfinal first leg here in Newcastle. It's the Eagles, the deposed league champions, taking on the 7th place Heat. A good defensive stop by the Eagles. Jackson has it, kicks it to Defoe. I know the Eagles like to get Darius some early touches in the game.
Yes, Darius has to get going early. That's one of our strengths. Once he gets going early, he picks up his confidence and he plays a lot better.
Certainly likes to rebound the ball as well early in the game, and that will be a traveling violation by Mike Martin in Newcastle with 2 defensive stops on the opening 30 seconds. Great play. Fab Flanoy bringing the ball over the halfway line. On to Smith and Jackson on the far side. Defoe has to come a long way out of the low block. Dumps it to Bridge, cutting through the middle. Just slipped through the hand.
Jitterbugs out there. It's going to all come to an end pretty soon.
Joseph now for the Heat, looking for their first score of the ball game.
He's another crafty player. He's not going to go past you that much, but he knows how to get his shot off.
Good hands from Defoe, but Martin comes up with it, skips it along the baseline. Hegman taps his chest. He knows he should have caught that one and opened for a shot. Here's Smith to Flanoy, inside to Defoe. Defoe trying to go to work, has it knocked away. Bridge picks up the pieces. Jackson fakes the long 3. Shot clock into single figures. Again, Defoe going to work. It's a nice, strong post move from Defoe.
Oh, yes. As you can see, if we want to make a run in this playoff, we have to get Darius involved. It's really tough to guard down there.
First 4 points of the game going the way of the Newcastle Eagles. Trying to get the first score for the Heat is Mike Martin, but he airballs the 3. Bridge comes up with it. Newcastle looking to push. Smith with a 3 at the other end. That one's too long. Unusually so from Charles Smith. He's normally a deadly 3-point shooter.
Yes, if he gets one or two in a row, watch out, it might be a long day.
Smith with the good defense there to knock that one away. We're not yet 2 minutes into the game, but Coach Raftopoulos already calling a timeout. Timeout come the 2 teams. And Julius Joseph walks to the near side to inbound the ball. See if Coach Raftopoulos might have just drawn up a play from this out of bounds to try and get something. Joseph is running cross court. Here it comes to him. And Martin up at the elbow, bounces it back out. Hegeman in the low post. Medlock wants it on the far side. Great double team from the Eagles. Defoe comes up with it, gets it to Jackson. Jackson looking to push. Defense is back. Oh, nobody guarding Flanoy inside. Flanoy tries to tip in his own miss. Eventually Mike Martin comes up with it. And here comes Medlock. Medlock lines up the 3 and tipped down by Defoe, but only as far as Medlock. Medlock penetrates off the glass. Still, the Heat can't get a point on the board.
Yeah, it's a defensive battle right now. Both teams are missing easy shots.
These 2 teams, and neither coach will be liking that number.
Yeah, both teams still just a little unsure of what they want to do right now.
Medlock round the screen. Kicks it back out to Hegeman. Here's Joseph. Martin. 3 minutes gone by. Still the Heat looking for their first score of the game. Hegeman with the jump shot is off the mark. A long way off the mark too. Jackson has it, but the Heat defense is back, so he slows a bit. Here's Smith. That's stolen away. Oh, but dropped by McLemore. He managed to recover though. Sloppy pass from Smith.
Yeah, this is a defensive battle right now. And this worked towards the Eagles' favor. When me and Trey went down, they became better on defense.
Was that out of necessity and that they lost so much offense between you guys?
Yeah, it's something Fab, he wanted to stress more. We needed to play a little bit more defense instead of offensive. Yes, it's working good for both teams' favor. Obviously, if the Heat can keep it close, they're going to have a great chance tomorrow. So we just got to try to blow out the lead a little bit more.
Jackson had his feet either side of the line. That shot didn't go. Medlock with the boards. Medlock pushing. Here's Joseph. Joseph with a nice spin to the hole. Ties the game at 4.
He's a very crafty player. He always gets his shot off.
Beautiful little pirouette to the basket. Playing the up-court defense there on Flanoy. Smith has it now. Smith with the quick release three is short. Medlock just about gets the rebound. Medlock with nice crossover, attacks the hole, fires it up, looking for a whistle, doesn't come. Rebound Defoe. 3-on-2 here for a second. Jackson going alone. Jackson to the hole. Defoe with the rebound. Couldn't quite dunk it home. Second attempt, no. Third attempt, no. Defoe again. No, it still won't go. Bridge inside.
Wow.
And how did the Eagles not score there? There's another look at it. The first one, you'd think he's going to dunk in the rebound, and then one of these surely has to go for Darius Defoe. Bridge gets it into Smith. Smith trying to find a gap through the lane. Has it ripped away, though, by Martin. Martin pushing it. Tried the bounce pass. Did that touch Jackson?
Yes, it's a very sloppy game so far, but I'm pretty sure both teams are going to pick it up.
A bit of full court pressure that the Eagles are struggling with here. Jackson gets it out to Flanoy, crosses the line in time. Smith driving baseline under pressure, gets his shot off, and the foul is called. And I know you say defensive, you like Newcastle's chances in a defensive battle, but the one thing in a defensive game, the score is going to be low. It's harder to get some distance between you in two-legged game here.
Yes, that's very true. Unfortunately, it's a two-legged game, so you have to travel down there tomorrow and try to make it again a defensive game.
Charles Smith makes the first, puts Newcastle back in front. Darius Defoe had the first 4 points of the game. Julius Joseph, a minute or two later, replied with 4 points of his own in a hurry. Charles Smith converts 2 free throws, and we're able to give you an entire rundown of the scoring summary in 15 seconds or less. Medlock to the hole for 2. Just attacked the basket well, and Jackson couldn't. Oh, Jackson, big hole for Reggie Jackson. You can't get rid of his pace, can't get that space.
I mean, he's a very quick player. There's a lot of guys in the league that he's so fast, you see those little gaps that a lot of people can't see.
Here's Medlock at the other end. As the scoreboard finally starts to tick a little bit. Hegeman driving to the hole. That will count. Foul is called. Hegeman will go to the line. It took 5 minutes to get 8 points on the board, and now with this one rattling in, we could have 9 points in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I think after two timeouts, both teams, their nerves are going down a little bit.
Hegeman then at the foul line. Guildford, not a great foul shooting team. In fact, they're bottom of the table in that statistic. And in games of this magnitude, you've got to make free throws. Jackson to Defoe, good break, but blocked by Hegeman. Darius should have finished that one off.
Yeah, we missed the 4 or 5 layups already. We have to convert on layups.
Good play by Medlock. Little head fake to draw the defense and then pass it off to Joseph. And that would have been a good pass had any of those guys on the Newcastle bench been in the game.
Yeah. Kadiri Richard is coming in now. He's a guy that's going to bring a lot of energy to the game, and things should pick up now.
Yeah, he's an all-action sort of guy. Also lets you know he's in the middle there. He's a good shot blocker.
Yes, he's a great shot blocker.
Also, Williams into the game for the first time for the Heat. Hegeman fires up the 3 and hits, and Guildford lead by 6 here. Great jumper. Here come the Eagles with Flanoy. Lasco gets his first touch of the game. Out to Smith. Smith to reply with 3 and hits. 3s at either end.
Well, things are picking up. Charles, he's got to get into the groove because we're going to need his scoring in this defensive game.
And another sloppy pass. Eagles trailing this one by 3. But it's a lot more the sort of tempo we would have expected when we first came here today.
Yeah, it's starting to pick up now, though. Both teams are ready to play.
Here's Richard onto Jackson. Defoe offers the screen. The switch there. Jackson goes right past Hegeman, trying to dump it to Kadiri Richard, but just Kadiri went one way, he threw it the other, and out of bounds Heat ball. Teo Ogundenbe into the game for the first time. He's one of those guys that if he gets going, usually good things happen for the Heat.
Yeah, we always compare him to Mike Martin when he comes off the bench. He's a guy who also gets it going. You know, he plays with a lot of energy as well.
He can put a lot of numbers on the board. Doesn't always do it, but he can have 30-point games. Blocked there by Richard Jackson, looking to push, gets past Williams. Jackson dumps off to Defoe, and he lays it in. And one opportunity for Darius Defoe, and a chance to level matters at 14.
That's a great pass, a great left-hand pass to him. He made it. He made the shot, and hopefully he make the free throw.
He's one of those guys, Reggie Jackson, who's always looking for a pass, and when you see the big man running the floor like that, as a guard, you want to reward him.
Oh, yes, you definitely want to reward him, and the big man has to reward him by making the layups.
Defoe then trying to tie the game here. Does exactly that. And Guildford with the ball. Hegeman. Williams wants it in the low post, but there's a foul up top. Is it Smith who jumped out to that? No, in fact, it's Defoe who's called for the foul. And that will bring Fab Flanoy back into the game as Darius Defoe sits down. His second personal foul, and Fab having to pull him out of the game because he can't afford him in too much foul trouble early on.
Yeah, I think that's one of Darius' downfalls. He gets a lot of early fouls on, and sometimes he just reaches in at the wrong time.
Nice shot from Julius Joseph at the top of the key. Smith, quick release three. Hits another one from Charles Smith. Eagles in front.
Like I said earlier, once he makes one or two, he starts to get his confidence, and it's going to be a long night.
Very smooth shooter, Charles Smith. Always a pleasure to watch. Here's Joseph. McLemore up top. McLemore. Tough shot from Martel McLemore to reply with three of his own.
That's another guy. Once he's going from the three-point line, it's going to be a tough game. Wow, it's a lot of threes going up now.
Yeah, Smith tries to hit one at the other end. It doesn't go. Ball comes down. Hegeman has it. Joseph now. Three balls going up from all angles. That one doesn't go. Smith. Jackson drives baseline. Oh, beautiful move from Reggie Jackson. Great body control. Used the basket as well on the reverse lane. Certainly is an explosive player. Game tied at 19, 1:20 to go. Williams to McLemore for three. That one's a little long. Hegeman trying to keep it alive. Jackson almost had it, but Ogundengi takes it away. And now Joseph's three doesn't go. McLemore again keeping it alive. Hegeman inside. Hegeman too strong. Ball tipped down. Eagles have numbers here, but Richard looks back rather than forwards. Here's Jackson driving to the hole. Lasker on the far side. Great offensive board from Fab Flanoy. He's fouled from behind. Converts the three-point play. That's the difference between the two sides. McLemore drives in, kicks out to Williams. In the corner is Martin, drives through the lane. Tough shot. Richard might have got a little piece of that. He's certainly got the rebound, and he's triple teamed. And usually 3-on-1, you hear a whistle, and that's exactly what he did. The foul was called on Mike Martin.
Since Kadiri Richards had come into a game, we took the lead, and he's had 3 or 4 rebounds, 1 block shot, so he's playing a good overall game. He's brought a lot of intensity to the game.
First personal foul of the game on Mike Martin. Again, a little bit of up-court pressure, but only for show more than anything else. Jackson turns the corner, drives to the hole. He's so explosive.
Yes, he's very fast.
But it's the change of pace as much as anything that beats the defense. Eagles now by 5, as big a lead as we've had in the contest. Williams is fouled by Drew Lasker, and Joseph is going to come back into the game. And it's Dean Williams who sits down, and Julius Joseph's first job is to inbound the ball. 11 seconds left in this first quarter. Medlock has it. Medlock sees a big gap, dumps off to Teo Ogundengi, who lays it in. Can Newcastle get a quick one back? Jackson looking at the clock, getting as close as he can, fires it off. Well, it had the line, but not quite the legs, and a slow start